Hello everybody, welcome to another pickups video on the Action Man archives. I've got a bit of stuff today, and yes, I do have some Man. Might offend a few of you guys, but try and hear me out. Picked up this big collection of Man today. Really impressed with it. Got it off Gumtree. I'm not a big fan of Man. I actually grew up with this sort of era. This is all the stuff that was released in the first year or two. It was back in 93, 94, 95, that sort of period. And some things I'm not a big fan of, such as the scuba ski, which to me just looks appalling, but came in box. But what I do love is this thing, which is my first ever Action Man. It's an Action Man scuba diver. Beautiful artwork. I mean, I think this is probably when my dad chose it. He had vintage Action Man, and he definitely had the scuba divers. Now, hear me out. Basically, I think this is one of the best years for modern action. The modern Action Man. It's the first 2 or 3 years. A lot of it was more military based. A lot of it was based on the vintage Action Man, with a couple of like the modern G.I. Joe era kind of thrown in. It's a lot more military based. For example, if you look at the 4x4, big cannon on the back, soldier wearing a helmet, in-arm camouflage outfit. And even though the hands are big and somewhat stupid, and the baddies are over the top, like this chap, for example, there are some good ones. My favourite uniform is obviously the scuba one, the first thing I ever got. This chap I find is absolutely brilliant. I think it's so good. You get a tank. It's very similar to the original one in the sense you get the uniform, but it's not made of rubber. It's made of more of a, I don't know what it is, nylon or something. You get the harpoon gun with actual metal bar harpoons, which is quite cool. Shame the fact with these modern Action Man is all the fact that hands are absolutely massive. The bodies are out of scale, and articulation can be quite poor. Once they snap forever. You can't fix them like you can with Action Man. Well, you can, but they're very hard to get back to original condition. But still, I think this is quite a cool figure. I think back in the day it would have been a big bestseller probably for like Christmas year. I can remember getting it, and it was beautiful, and thank God I got it back again. And if you look at like the artwork on the scuba set, the dinghy set, it's just similar to the vintage Action Man kind of era. I think it's quite impressive. I think people need to kind of, remember that a few people back in the day were trying to make it similar. It's a shame like the actual figures themselves were quite poor, and then it went down the line of being basically like one of the worst toys ever, being very PC, very bright and colourful, non-military. And I think there was things like Action Man and Pet Dolphin, which is ridiculous. But yeah. Okay, now on to some more vintagey goodness. So first up is this vintage box, quite for £5. Yeah, I'm joking. It's just a 40th Reaper box. Very nice. I think it's the only 40th in this collection of stuff I purchased. Comes with the 40th anniversary outfit. So the box came in this box, which was a G.I. Joe 40th anniversary box, which I was quite impressed with. I'd never seen one of these. It says 12th in a series. I don't know what figure that relates to. If anybody out there knows, that'd be great. First up was this guy who was in the Indian box. He's your tank commander type in his beard. I think he's been reflocked. Comes with the standard jacket, which I think was the one that came on a card as opposed to in like a Foot Locker or dress figure. Quite standardy, looks quite nice. Reproduction hands. Cool, now onto the box itself. So we have the 40th uniform as stated, Indian uniform, Indian again. And there's the wig, which I'm going to have fun with later on. Not myself, but the trousers. It's an SLR, snapped as usual, but you know, you can work with it. This is a G.I. Joe Duke helmet. I had one of these when I was younger as well. I think he's gone missing in action. I think he broke his neck jumping out of a helicopter out my bedroom window. Then we have a gun, just a standard Luger. Is it 40th? I don't know. Looks quite nice, possibly vintage. Let's have a look at the first figure. So yeah, he's definitely vintage. You can tell he's got a bit of boldness on the back, but doesn't really matter because I'll have him in a hat. Comes with a German staff officer uniform, is it? Got his gun on the side. I'll give a bit of a tidy up uniform. The uniform's not best, but not the worst. You can iron, bit of a trim. With that repo hands as well. Very impressive. I think I can focus in. Yeah, it might be the blueness in his face or greenness. I think this is the plastic. I've never seen anybody actually fix it before. So if you know any ideas how to get rid of these blue specks, please tell me. Might have to send them off to get reflocked. Next up is a nice standard Woody hat. I think it's Action Man, vintage Action Man. I do need a Woody hat for my Sabotage outfit, but this is a bit of a later one by the feel. I have a 60s Sabotage outfit, but the Woody hat is moth-eaten. Then we've got the cap. As usual, the grey is always rubbed off on the badge. Now, if I'm correct, that's got a red that you can pick up on the camera. Spec. Some of them come with red, some of them don't. Stand the pistol flash flare gun, I think. This is called a Combine. I think this is Talking Commander trousers. What do we have? A bunch of goodies. Yeah, the German helmet. Quite nice to get one of these. They can be quite expensive, especially with the strap. They can go for 15, 16, 17 pounds. Missing as usual. Some boots. That's a German boot there. Standard boot. Some broken weapons. Straps for those weapons. Another military outfit, German, the looks of it. Probably goes with one of these. Very cool. Another one there. Another one there. Talking Commander. Ready Commander's kind of hat. Nice strap and gun. Another SLR. And we get to the vintage figure. He is a talker, which is quite cool. He's not in the worst condition either. He's got a standard uniform on. I might make him, not really sure, I might make him the Indian. I think the talking button needs to work. Let's see if it works, shall we? Might involve two hands, but let's have a look at it. No. Well, he's in okay condition. I'm pretty sure he'll stand. It's on okay. They've got some standard trousers. Some standard uniform. This is quite nice. Now, if anybody can tell me, did this come with a United Union flag, United Jack, whatever it's called on the front, or is it they sometimes not come with one? So I've got another one of these and it's missing it. I'm trying to find the one with the Union Jack, but hard to find. Another jacket. Don't know what it is. A Minnick bag maybe? It's quite small. And we're back. Sorry, I had to cut there. Last item in the box is actually Just this police helmet. Not that bad, actually. I don't know if you can see, but it's a little bit of yellowing. Some of the sides. But it's only quite good. I've actually got the jacket for this. Just need to get the shoes now and the sash, the orange sash that goes across the side. I think I'm done. Shame the black bit snap, they're always missing. Somebody really should just work out how to make those and just sell them. Because I bet you make a killing. Anybody who wants to see the back of the G.I. Joe box, looks like this. Very similar to the 40th one done by the 40th Action Man one. I do love these early G.I. Joes. Something I really wish I could have. Very unique uniform there. There's your Marine. Ah, there we go. Action Pilot Scramble Set, 12th in the series. Oh, one I would actually love to have. If anybody has any G.I. Joe unique pieces and items that are only released in the US, then please give me a shout, because I'd love to get some in my collection. If you like to see the back of the dinghy, looks very similar to the original. I really do think people should check these out. I mean, I know it's not vintage Action Man and it's not Palitoy, it's Hasbro, but there's something about these very early ones. I'm actually thinking about maybe swapping the figure out and replacing it with a 40th Action Man, but I don't know if that'd be sacrilege or not. Okay everybody, thank you very much.